So, reason I've got Andrew on the call today is because he's done really well in the 8 weeks that he's been with us. And I wanted you to understand where he was at before starting, what happened and what he did, and then where he's at now. So, Andrew, if you can start with just who you are and what you do.
Yeah, my name is Andrew McCaig. I run my own business installing artificial grass for schools, sort of muggers, five-a-side football pitches, that type of thing. I am 44 now. I was
44 years young.
Yeah. And I'd found that being a little bit quieter I'm always quieter over winter time with my job, but then because of COVID and stuff, I wasn't going out to work anytime soon. And yeah, I'd noticed that the weight was staying on and keeping on. And I knew I must be in some bad habits, that needed to get broken.
So how were you kind of feeling, and what was your general kind of day-to-day routine before starting?
My day-to-day routine before starting would have been getting up with the kids and stuff, giving them the breakfast, having breakfast myself, and then sitting behind the computer, maybe doing a little bit of something around the house, and then occasionally I'd go out for my 10,000 because I knew that was something I was doing before, but it wasn't sort of a regimented routine. It was when I felt like I needed to do it. It wasn't something that I was strict with myself in doing. Not a great deal of energy really to get up and do it, and drinking far too much. Alcohol played a big part in it.
So what was your weight, fitness, and health and energy like before starting?
So before I started, what was I? I'm 55, so I was near enough 17 stone, I think, before I started. And my fitness, I did nothing apart from my work. So I do a little bit of landscaping as well as the artificial grass, and I used my job previously to keep myself looking okay-ish. And because over the years that's dropped back, it's really taken its toll. And it was when I come to play with the kids and stuff like that, I was noticing, kicking a football about in the yard. I wasn't wheezing or anything like that, but it was definitely noticeable that I couldn't run around like I used to 5 years ago. That's for sure.
Yeah. Okay. And then, so you joined our program, and what have you experienced? So it was 8 weeks. Obviously, you've jumped in our program. Yeah. What results have you experienced in that time?
Well, I have lost just over 1.5 stone in the 8 weeks. The main thing that I've noticed is the activity levels, because I've stuck to the regime that you assigned me. I mean, don't get me, it's a killer to start off with. Absolutely, trying to do squats and sit-ups, not crunches. That's it. And there's a lot of learning for me, because I wasn't someone who went to the gym a lot beforehand. Wasn't someone who took part in fitness particularly. I did stuff years ago, but on my own. But coming and having that structure, there was a lot of learning. But the way you now have the videos in the actual training itself, so that if you are unsure about the technique or what a spotty dog is, there's a little quick video that shows you what on earth a spotty dog is, and that you can get on with that and successfully do it. But yeah, it's again with the bit of support that you give on the weekly call, that bit of encouragement and listening to other people, how they're finding it. And it's the same with the group, really. You're having that interaction several times.
The Facebook group.
Yeah, the Facebook group, having that interaction several times through the week, encouraging each other. It's nice to see. It can be a lonely business doing it on your own, the way we have to do it at the minute. It's and having that bit of feedback from everybody else certainly helps.
Yeah. So I remember you saying to me before you started, you weren't really a big gym goer. You hadn't really done that type of thing. So it was quite new for you. You'd always, like you said, you used your job to kind of keep fit, and then that kind of decreased over the years.
Yeah, absolutely. I have done various exercises and tried to create my own sort of regime in the past years ago, but no, I've never. I've been in a gym. I know what they contain. I've been with friends occasionally, on holiday maybe, but no, I've never had a gym regime. I've never taken part in fitness exercise like that. And likewise, last time I played football was probably when I was at school. You know, the odd work-related five-a-side, but never been part of a league or anything. My work has literally taken it out of me, and
and that's why you worked a bit at the start, but obviously you stuck at it, and it was the main thing, and you've got great results. So you lost 23 pounds in 8 weeks. What about that's quality? What about your fitness, your energy, your motivation?
Oh yeah, my fitness has come up a lot because again, knowing how many star jumps and everything else, because you're doing similar exercises but a greater intensity, and then there's also ways that you can level up with the way the activity is performed to make it a little bit harder for yourself. Definitely notice that I can now complete a lot more of the session of reps.
Yeah.
Before I struggled to get further through the first set, never mind the third set of a particular type, whereas now we're into the last of the groups before I'm having to have that additional rest besides the one that's given.
Brilliant.
The one I'm allowed.
And how was the improved fitness or the improved like weight loss? How has that just impacted you and your
I need a belt now. That's a nice thing. Yeah. My clothes fit so much better. You know, that was one of the things. It was certain. I ended up being restricted to about 3 different T-shirts out of the wardrobe because the others just felt uncomfy to wear. Whereas I can wear everything again now.
Good.
And we're heading in the right direction. My goal is to be within a sensible BMI. So I've got another stone to lose, basically, which, you know, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get 100%. There. Yeah.
Based on what you've done now, guaranteed just doing the same thing, you can get that result.
Because a big part of it as well, we're talking about exercise a lot, but a huge part of that was the food, the calorific intake for the day and up in the protein. We haven't mentioned that at all yet. I would have swore blind to you that I hardly ever snacked. But the reality of it, as soon as I started using the app and started to actually put in what I ate in a day, I found myself holding my hand back from finishing off what was left on one of the kids' plate, that little bit of sausage that's left over from tea, or part of that turkey dinosaur. I miss my turkey dinosaurs. And going to the fridge and or I say getting a beer and I'll just have a few Pringles with that beer, and not even considering those things before. Whereas when you actually sit and look, okay, it's not a full packet of crisps, but it's just a few Pringles. Those few Pringles added to this, added to that, added to the chocolate biscuit that I never first cup of tea in the morning. I miss my chocolate biscuit, but I don't have that anymore. And I first few days food wise was hard. But then, as you say, once you start to get your protein up, as you advise, then you start to feel fuller because of that protein. And there's the odd day when I miss pizza and I miss, but you're never saying you can't have those things. It's just the type of pizza that you have, and it's instead of having half of it, you're looking at maybe 2 or 3 slices and that's it.
That's a massive thing that I see everyone do wrong, and it's doing the exercise and then not doing the nutrition or not doing it effectively. So it's, in a sense, taking 1 step forward and then 1 step back, because like you've just said, all that food that you eat that you don't account for, these little things here and there, all adds up and compounds, and it becomes more than what you need. So even though you are doing exercise, you're still eating too much. Yeah. And obviously that's why with the app that we show you is that we show you exactly how much you need to eat based on your body shape, your activity, and then we give you the exercise as well, and both combined get you like.
And it's a huge misconception about the amount of you'd swear doing a particular exercise for X amount of time burns more calories than it actually does, from this croissant or whatever, I haven't had one of them in months. It's just for the amount it fills you up, it's just too high a calorie. You just know I can't afford it. I'm not having it.
And then that's the thing, but we don't say you can't have this, and this. No. We say, look, you can have balance to your life, enjoy your food, and I bet you've better eaten more than what you thought. And most diets leave people starving, whereas you've been able to eat still quite a lot of food and still lose 23 pounds.
Some days I can still feel gut busted. Some days I can't finish my tea because of the protein, because of the right types of thing that I'm eating. For sure, absolutely. And you still, as you say, we have had takeaway from the Chinese, but that has been planned in at the very beginning of the day.
Exactly.
And I'm not having any snacks through the day, unfortunately. It is literally my breakfast, small lunch, and I'm Hank Marvin by the time that Chinese arrives.
But that's the best way to do it, because then you can still enjoy your food, have those things you really enjoy, but in just more moderation. And as long as you allow for it by eating less earlier in the day, you can equate for it. And then protein is obviously key, which you nailed after. Well, we had maybe 2 coaching calls.
Yeah, well, you did that specific call about it, which upskilled everybody and made everybody understand. Because I was trying, but I just thought it was like a nutritional thing, but I didn't realize that it would help me by making me feel fuller. So all of a sudden, if I planned my day out and realized I was going to be short on the protein, then one of my snacks was a tin of tuna and maybe some extra chicken or something like that. And then look at me, I sound like an extra.
And it helps you recover from exercise, so you don't ache as much. And it's the nutrient that helps you define and tone your body, which is what we all want when we do exercise to add shape. And that's the beauty of our program.
Water as well.
The beauty of the program is that
the whole thing, my knowledge base, just lifted my whole knowledge base about everything to a point now where I can carry it on.
And obviously we had the coaching calls that you get, so even if you are struggling, we can help you every single week, make sure you're on track. You've got the nutrition there, you've got obviously the training to follow on in that, so really it's quite simple. And if you have anything that you need, we can then just push you forwards. Is there anything else that really helps you on the program achieve the results that you've got? Or have we kind of covered?
I think we've covered it. I think we've covered it really well. The ins and outs of it, the fact that the guide is there, the videos are there, the support is there. You've just got to make sure. You just got to make sure that you do it. And if you're not doing it, Greg's going to know, because the results aren't there. You can tick the boxes as much as you like, and you can. There's bound to be weeks where you lose more than others, but if it ain't happening for you, it's because you're missing something of this formula, isn't it? It's as simple as that. You will get these results. It's a killer. I don't particularly enjoy it. The exercise. It's 30 minutes of, God damn it, I've got to do it. I still haven't got to that point where I actually enjoy the ache, enjoy the. I'm not there. Maybe I never will be, but I know that it's what I need to do in order to get the results and it's worth the sacrifice.
If you look at it this way, you've done 30 minutes of exercise 4 times a week, and then just been walked and been active.
Yeah.
And you've lost 23 pounds in 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Not a bad trade-off.
It doesn't sound so bad when you say just 4 times a week, 30 minutes. Yeah, it doesn't sound so bad when you say like that.
But it's the fact that you've had just a process to follow, which you have for your food, and you've had the support if you've needed it to just, right, Andrew, do this, and this, and you've done it. That's the main thing, is that you've followed my advice, you've listened to the coaching calls, you've asked me questions, I've helped you out, and you've just done the workouts, and you deserve the results you've got.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who is potentially thinking about joining, who is maybe on the fence?
Go for it. If you think The difference is that support is there, and the structure is there, and the backup of explaining it all is there in one place.
Yeah.
I'd say you've got to do it. If you're sat on the fence, just get on and do it, because if you can carve out 30 minutes at some point during the day. I tried it in various places. I've given lockdown and everything. The best thing for me was kids' breakfast, a few emails, then do my exercise about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I tried getting up at 6 and doing it before everything started. And I just struggled so much with that. So you fit it in where you want to do it and just get on and do it. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, like I said, you've done so well. You deserve the results you've got. Massive well done.
Oh, you deserve a big pat on the back as well, mate.
I appreciate it.